Hey everyone, welcome to this week's astrology. So last week, not many people saw it, but if you did tune in, it took us up until the 2nd of May. And then I mentioned that the lunar eclipse on the 5th or 6th, depending on where you are in the world, is going to be the dominant energy. I did briefly touch on the 1st of May, which I said was going to be a big movement as well. Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, okay? So this is going to be your weekly astrology, which will actually take us up. I'm going to mention some dates probably until that will head into next week. So again, around the Tuesday is usually when I'll update it, depending where you are. Sometimes it's Monday for you, sometimes it's Tuesday. Always between Monday and Tuesday you'll find the update. I was actually wondering whether I would do shorts on this, but I thought let me do a whole one. And then also there's going to be your elemental reading part as well, so do stay tuned for that. It's important to listen to the astrological side. You can just put me on play while you're pottering around the home or doing something, or even on your lunch break, because it helps guide you through the feelings. And also I've been adding the moon movements. This week I will not add the moon movements of every day, because our movements will be so Sunday, for example, what we've just had is the moon is in Virgo and it's slowly moving. It'll be in Libra. I mentioned it in last week's astrology, took us up to Scorpio, where there's the lunar full moon eclipse. So having said that, I'm going to get into the most important transits of the week, and as always, simplify them. Then we're going to go into your elemental themes. And I would also, if you have the time, check those, because you get a collective theme as well. And we always have placements within the other elements. And depending on the focus in our life, the other element might be more resonating to us. And not only that, what are the signs that are heavy or the main focus of our energy? Last week I said it was Taurus. I said about Aries, I said about Cancer, and also then secondary Gemini, because Venus in Gemini. So this week is probably the same. I said about Pisces as well, because Saturn in Pisces. And as we move, you'll see how the themes of the week goes, and how the energies move. Now, Monday, which is the 1st, you might be seeing this on the 1st. You might be seeing this on the 2nd, if it's uploaded late wherever you are. Then it depends where you are. So I don't know why I was gonna elaborate further. The Sagittarius placement in me, there was depends where you are, just shut up. Okay, so Monday I did mention in last week's astrology, just to pinpoint again that you should watch the astrology. Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto went retrograde in Aquarius. So as we know, Pluto has been very important, and it will be very important. And I discussed this 2 weeks ago, how there's a lot of fear around AI and tech, okay? And there will be growing fear around it, because the madness that we will see in terms of tech movement is going to be crazy. But again, I keep saying this and I believe it. We are the ones that are creating this, and collectively we can govern together to have the advantages of it to best serve us, but also limit it from replacing human jobs, for example, or whatever the destructive side of Pluto in Aquarius is, which I've touched based on. We also still have Mercury retrograde in Taurus. There's a separate video on that and how it may be prominent and the themes you may see during this time. It goes direct, Mercury goes direct on the 16th, 14th, 15th, 16th, you're free, to make sure everyone in terms of time zones. But then there's a post shadow until the end of May, okay? And people yes, it's a lot better. So if you want to sign something solid and you're waiting for the end of Mercury retrograde, I'd say after the 15th, 16th. But there is that post-shadow, phase that there is still lingering themes that might come up from a retrograde of Mercury in Taurus. Okay, so we just need to be mindful. So Monday, we've got the Sun conjoins Mercury retrograde in Taurus, okay, because the Sun is in Taurus at the moment. And we've reached halfway through the Mercury cycle, disregarding the post-shadow. But we need to continue to be vigilant within the areas that we have been, you know, around communication, around details, things that I did cover, all right, and the natural stuff in terms of things that might have glitches in them. Other than that, it's a great day just to have communication with others, especially if you need to repair misunderstandings or something that's recently occurred. Additionally, it's a perfect day for self-examination as well. And on this day like I said, Pluto goes retrograde in Aquarius. Now, on my notes in terms of that, I do want to say that connecting Monday, Tuesday with the end of the week, the lunar eclipse, which I always believe beyond the 6th until the 7th, 8th, you're going to still feel it if you feel the moon movement. You might not even normally feel the moon movement, but you might suddenly, because it's a strong one, feel in your feelings, all right? There's a lot of fixed energy this week. So Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, a lot of fixed energies, and fixed energies don't really like to move or adapt, okay? There's a resistance there. So if you imagine how that might impact us as well, there's that energy within us. If you're mutable or you've got mutable placements, that is going to be helping you trying to move that fixed energy. So with Pluto going retrograde, it will make the energy more intense along with the full moon in Scorpio at the end of the week, the 5th or 6th, it peaks. We could be purging a lot. We're making room for positive energy to come in. That's what you need to realize when you're purging and releasing. There's probably a lot of realizations happening. I won't be surprised if you have, I mentioned it last week, weird dreams that you actually feel mean something. So sometimes we've got dreams and we're like, what on earth is that? Or I slept and I had that in my mind, that's why I had it. Sometimes there's dreams that give you signs and symbols and you're like, that means something. What does it mean? So your dreams may be speaking to you, and energetically there's a lot of Pluto, the planet of power and transformation, with Mercury retrograde. That is a lot of energy. And then preparing for the full moon in Scorpio. Obviously, this energy where I say stuff, it's not to scare you. So if you're new to spiritual guidance or coaching, it's just awareness. Like you've lived all your life and maybe you've never felt this, and then suddenly you're starting to get into it, or you're empathic and you feel stuff and you want to make sense of what you're feeling. Maybe the in-depth astrologists who focus on very minor detail or very major details may be too complicated, and maybe that's just beyond you, and that's why I try to keep it simple, because I think the messages through major astrologists are, you will be feeling like this at this time, and it's not always the case. And that's why I always give you, like, for example, I always try to make sure my videos are inclusive and I provide possibilities of what you might feel. If you don't feel anything, that is normal as well. So don't question if you don't feel something, all right? If you don't feel negative, if you don't feel positive, if you just like, I'm vibing with my day as normal, like I don't feel this energy, that is perfectly fine. But I'm giving you options of what you might feel, and it also depends on your placement and the degrees of your houses, which is more complicated. But it's a time to being honest with yourself. If you need to release stuff, just let it go. I'm going to dive into that a little bit, because there's going to be another placement that's going to be like stuff that is destined to fall out of your life, and probably things that you've been avoiding, so you're very much aware that this is not mine by highest interest. It's going to help us, Pluto in Aquarius is going to help us set the boundaries and strengthen our personal power and not tolerating BS. Now, retrograde means that the boundaries could be lessened, and so just watch for that. But in general, Pluto, transformation, Aquarius is about the people, all right? And that's why there's going to be very positive and negative aspects here. It's not all negative. Positive is Aquarius is about the people. And I truly think that we can make and transform where there's major transformation, Pluto. And then Aquarius about community, people, and what's best in the people, and breaking down paradigms is in our power collectively. And the thing at the moment is, what I'm seeing is everyone going on about AI, and it's going to be mind-blowing. I mean, we've already started seeing, and there's going to be crash of bullshit and political and financial crap as well. So in terms of that, just watch out for that. I mean, we saw about the balloons over the US and coming from China, and is that real AI? What is that? Is that just a political thing? Without diving too much in it, but we control that. Now, Capricorn, let me go to the dates of Pluto. Seeing as I've started talking about Pluto in Aquarius, let's continue on that theme so I don't waver us back and forth. So Pluto retrograde in Aquarius is now 1st of May, and then it will go back into Capricorn on the 11th of June, but retrograde. Capricorn is about hierarchy, it's about frameworks, it's around, banks, it's around government frameworks, it's all around that sort of stuff, and it's going back in. Now, we've had it in Capricorn. Pluto takes around 20 years in each sign. So we've had it in Capricorn for 20 years. And is it 20 years? The reason I'm saying that is because it was 2008, and Pluto is supposed to be 20 years. It's just under 20 years. Was it 2008? Yeah, it was moving back and forth, and then it finally transited in Capricorn fully in 2008. And that's why, if you think back, what did we see in 2008? Breakdown of financial crisis, a lot of stuff came to light. So it will go back into Capricorn June 11th, but still retrograde. Then it will turn back, Pluto in Capricorn, not retrograde, in October. And then at the end of the year, early 2024, it will go direct in Aquarius. And there will be movement back and forth with Pluto and Capricorn. That's what it does, right? It moves in and out of the sign it was in, moving into other sign. And eventually, at the end of 2024, it'll be fully in Aquarius, and that's where it will set, okay? So with the energy of Monday and Pluto Aquarius retrograde, then obviously, like I said, moving back and forth, it could be giving us strengthening our personal power, our boundaries, noticing where you may be, or the people around you may be obsessive, toxic, controlling. So you might have epiphanies around that. Like I said, there's going to be endings that maybe are fated, and you've just been waiting on, not taking the step. Again, this is not fear, so don't think, oh, I'm going to lose my job because of this. No, it's not about that. It's about stuff that you've lingered in your energy, that you need to pull your power back. You've given your power to, do you know when you feel you've given your power to something, someone, and you're like, they've taken all my power? The universe is doing something. There's energies to bring you back your power of what you've given over, okay? So it should actually be a good empowering energy. We can see during sort of Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, we can see scandals, we can see power things come to light, financial, political things come to light, natural disasters. Uranus I'll just talk about, but yeah, it could be natural disasters. Again, nothing that you should fear. It's only about awareness of what could be. And on Monday as well, Juno, I just closed what I wanted, the astrology. Anyway, Juno also, while I'm on it, Juno, Juno, which is the love and partnership asteroid, okay, moves into Gemini. So Gemini being communication, this is around sapiosexual. I touched base a little bit around this energy of Venus in Gemini last week as it moved in. And this is about seeing how deep a connection is with someone and what is surface level connections. It's really bringing you the epiphany that time means nothing really, because you can meet someone and sit and meet them for 10 minutes and you really hold this deep connection. Or you can meet someone and you know them for years, but there's not that deep alignment of connection. There's also, you can meet someone who was in your life for a few years, and you know how life keeps us busy and we're away or whatever, or people have moved, but you still feel that connection whenever you message or randomly, you know, come in contact, whatever it is, yeah? So that's what that's going to be highlighted. Again, it should be a good energy. It shows us time means anything. It's teaching you more about the connection that it is known, and the need to stay together through a deep connection, but not be together with someone because, oh, I've known them for years, I need to keep them around. Oh, we've been in this relationship for so many years, I'm just going to stay in it. That's going to be probably coming to you, but at the same time, there's an energy of don't be so serious. For those of us that are maybe looking for love or connecting, don't be so serious. Think long term, but don't put expectations or commit. If you start to connect to someone, if it's a partnership, if it's love, don't commit, explore, don't set expectations, and, you know, maybe lessen the seriousness. It's okay to have long-term goals. Tuesday, Pallas Athena moves into, not Pallas Athena, Pallas Athena moves into Leo. Leo is about overcoming things, okay, but then Pallas Athena is about the divine feminine suppressed energy. I mentioned about Pallas Athena in Cancer over the past 3 weeks, okay, and now she's moving into Leo, all right? So it's about balancing the masculine and feminine energy, and over the month there's like where we've been trying to overcome fear or the suppressed feminine energy within us, not only on the world. That's going to be a time where we're working on balancing that out, okay? Now, midweek, we've also got Venus square Neptune, which will also go into Wednesday and Thursday, depending where you are. Venus square Neptune is really about establishing strong boundaries around people. It's best to try and stay realistic when Neptune's at play, because you can also experience disappointments with partners or people you're dealing with. So don't have high expectations. Stay grounded in terms of your expectations, and strong boundaries, especially around people who have control. So this could be around work dynamics. And then Venus in Gemini square Jupiter. Not everything needs to be entertained or given energy to, right? So you need to trust people for who they exactly are. Can you see how boundaries and then people around you? By that, what I mean is you might be someone who's given people 100 chances and the person is still the same, and you're like, no, but they don't mean that, do they? So you're like giving them another 20 chances. We need to see people for exactly who they are and not giving those 100 chances that you've been given them to get things right or treat you in the right way. So that's going to be a theme you might feel, or you might feel you get an insight into. And then Friday, as we move into Friday, and then we're moving into the lunar eclipse, obviously, Venus sextile Jupiter means that your mood should be brighter and more centered, but we are then very strongly in the lunar eclipse Scorpio, which fixed energies are going to be feeling quite heavily. So although Venus sextile Jupiter is a very positive energy that we will feel, there is the energy of the moon building up now. So you could feel either way. You could feel a bit mixed throughout the day. Jupiter is also getting ready to square a Pluto, all right, towards the end of the week. And that tells us or asks us, who is blocking our blessings? And if you notice someone is blocking your blessings, or a place, environment, and energy, whatever it is, you're going to be like, I'm not entertaining this anymore as well. So can you see how a lot of it is the theme around boundaries is really predominant over this week? Okay. Scorpio itself, as we head into the end where the energies are building up, is about death, rebirth, what is hidden, okay? And a lot of it is going to be about releasing and purging. And so you might feel the need to do that. I wouldn't be surprised, for those of you that are very sensitive, if you start feeling that you need rest, that your body is purging, that maybe your stomach is upset. So things that might start getting out of balance. Now, if you're not sure of who or what you're releasing, just be simple about it. You don't have to get fixated. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm releasing. What am I supposed to be releasing? You can leave that and just be like, I have an intention to release, what is toxic from me, and then leave it very simple. Don't get too hooked up on, I don't know what I'm releasing. I should know what I'm releasing. Everyone's talking about release, etc. So just, you can keep it simple. Now, on the 6th of May, which is, I believe, this Saturday, Sirius goes direct in Virgo. And don't forget, we've still got the moon under, some of us, the moon will peak on the 6th. Some of us, it's the 5th, depending where we are. But the moon energy will remain until Monday, for those of us that feel it. Now, Sirius directly in Virgo means it's looking at all aspects of our health, mental, emotional, and physical. And how are you balancing that out? For example, your daily routine. Are you dedicating time, or are you really listening to your mental, emotional, or body? Can you do more things? Can you have a glass of water next to you? I wanted to have some water, so that while you're working or in meetings back to back, or whatever you're doing, you actually have a new habit of owning in on, I'm gonna have water next to me so I don't go dehydrated. Very simple, basic steps, all right? but it's looking at your routines and day in, day out steps that you can take to balance your health. You know, Virgo is about the details, about health, and Ceres going into that is really helping. It's about feeling more vitality. It's about self-care. All right, what can you do for self-care, and what can you do better every day, giving yourself vitality? Then at the weekend, like I said, we've got the lunar eclipse on that day as well, and we've got Venus in Cancer. Now Venus, we discussed Venus in Cancer last week. We didn't discuss Venus in Cancer last week. That was Gemini in Cancer and Mars in Cancer. Venus in Gemini, Mars in Cancer. I'm just looking at the dates. We've actually got Venus moving into Cancer across the weekend, but formally on Monday. So I will go into that. But if we look at the energy of the lunar eclipse, like I said, that take us up to about the 8th, which is Sunday the 7th, 8th, Monday. And we've got the energy of Venus in Cancer then coming in. It could be a great time to express yourself emotionally. You'll notice that your personal connection with others is highly important. I do think some of you will be more open to being vulnerable during this time. Full moon energy, and then Venus in Cancer. So some of you are going to be probably wanting to be a lot more open with people, maybe vulnerable at this time. Now, other transits that we then get to is, you know, with the full moon. Let's just go on to that a little bit more. With the full moon, it's very illuminating, and so it helps purge the deeply rooted spiritual root that has been up. There's karmic lessons from the past that might be highlighted that are ready to be purged. Uranus plays the part during this lunation, so that's where I said about natural disasters. Uranus means that there could be unexpected or expect the unexpected, but it's not, again, it's not about fear, right? It's just, these are the things that happen year in, year out, okay? But it's about being aware of how impactful this energy could actually be on the 5th. Then when we move into the 6th, we're still feeling it. Some of us, it's still peaking. And we've got Ceres in Virgo. And then we've also got, like I mentioned, the weekend energies. What did I mention? Hang on a sec. Venus sextile Jupiter, which is also the 5th, which will feel, you know, go lucky. We'll feel like where our mood has bumped up. It will actually make us feel brighter and more centered, but like I said, the full moon can then make us feel some other way, so we need to be open with that. The weekend, the eclipse is still on, and Venus moves into out of Gemini into Cancer, where we're probably a bit more emotionally in touch with our feelings. But with the moon energy still being there, we might be very vulnerable or quite sensitive during this time. There was something that I wanted to, it's weird, there's something that I wanted to mention about Jupiter sextile. So they're mainly the energies. It's just around Jupiter sextile on the 6th as well. It could feel like a very happy-go-lucky energy. I had this note down. I don't know where it's gone from my screen, to be honest with you, but it's a good energy, basically, where, you know, you're going to feel a bit uplifted. Now, what we're going to do is going to get into the elements, elemental readings, and here we go. This is the note I made. So May 5th, where I said about Venus and Gemini sextile Jupiter, just touching on base where I said we'll be more centered, we'll feel a bit brighter and more uplifted. Because it's Jupiter, it's the planet of luck or expansion. That's where I meant we need to just like take advantage of it. Although we might be still feeling the energy of the moon coming up. It's positive, basically, is positive. So even if we're feeling the moon energy around the 5th, we're going to feel good. 6th, focus on your health with Ceres going into Virgo, still full moon energy. Weekend is Venus in Cancer, great time to get real with yourself and emotional expression with others. You may be vulnerable, you may be a bit more emotional. So a lot going on this week in general. I hope I've not sent you around in a circle and made you dizzy. That's why I just really wanted to summarize that. And then after that, we will have the movement of around the 14th to 16th. This Jupiter moves out of Aries into Taurus. And then obviously on May 19th, we have the new moon in Taurus. We're done with the new moon eclipse and the solar eclipse, all right? And by the way, the solar eclipse in Scorpio will not happen again for, is it 18 years? It's a very long time, so it is a heavy one. And yeah, the other thing I wanted to mention about this is that you can look back at 2022 May and see what was happening then and what maybe you're releasing now or you were releasing then. There was a change for you. If there was a change around May 2022, it's closing out that cycle, okay? And also, I mentioned in the Aries new moon that some of the things that could come full cycle during this time as well is something that you might see highlighted. But again, you know, find comfort in the discomfort, and if you need to continue to purge and release, then do so, because it is very much a supported time to do that. So that's your astro, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that part of the reading. We're now going to go on to your elemental healing theme for the week, and I think it might just go on a little bit beyond the 8th, but we will see. All right. So let's see what sign we're going to do. Hi there, air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this is going to be your spiritual guidance, inner healing energy theme, all right? They won't always resonate, okay, because some of you have grown from, you know, done growth within or healing, but the theme might resonate after the week or after the 10 days or after the week it's been intended for. And that's why I say check your top placements of these readings, check the astrology and the other elements as well, because it gives you a whole holistic view, but also it gives you what is the most dominating theme for you, and then there's guidance in it, you know. So if you're feeling this way, your advice is to do this. So they're always good to watch, not only your tarot readings, but the different themes as well. If you are not a subscriber, I'd love for you to subscribe and like and even comment. Let me know if this one resonated with you or if you felt another placement resonated with you. Having said that, let's get messages for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, please, Spirit. I was going to say, please, messages for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Strength card. Ace of Swords, Eight of Wands. Some of you have needed to really gather some strength within something, okay? or momentum. I feel a strength within your life for something that's happened where you've needed to find your inner strength, okay? And with the Ace of Swords, it's telling me this breakthrough is coming through for you. And the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Wands tell me whatever you've been working on, there's going to be a breakthrough, either in the strength that you've been looking to hone in on, which is giving you, you know, you found it, and then this breakthrough of what you've been trying to work on is coming in. This could come in through a form of clarity of communication, okay? The Wheel of Fortune tells me where there's this breakthrough, you're closing out an old cycle, all right? There's an old cycle you're closing out, which the strength your strength has, which has needed your strength, okay? It's needed you to have the strength to close out this old cycle, and a new chapter, a new cycle will be opening. With this, it tells me that the universe has your back, all right? Now, this is interesting because the Wheel of Fortune can be seen as Jupiter, and there is, you know, where the universe has your back, so you're protected. This, again, if it ties in with the weekly astrology, a lot of fixed sign energy. So if you saw the weekly astrology, you'll know that I mentioned that. If not, this is also fixed energy coming in. Let's get more cards for you. Queen of Pentacles. So some of you are going to be coming into abundance. The Nine of Pentacles, because I keep seeing Queen. Some of you are coming into abundance and stability, but a long-term financial abundance and stability. And maybe that's what you've been working on, and maybe closing out a cycle where that was not happening for you. But some of you, for the true meaning of a Nine of Pentacles, is that you're starting to focus on yourself, all right? You're starting to get out of your head and focus on caring for yourself, all right? I think this has been requiring strength from you because maybe you've been giving so much to other people or to your mind. I wanted to say it, but I was very reluctant to say it because I felt resistance. I felt like, is it really going to be possible? I did say it, you're getting out of your mind and you're focusing on yourself. And I was reluctant to say that because I was wondering if some of you are actually in your head. So with this strength card, some of you really do have something that is requiring a lot of strength for you to get through. And at the same time, you are pulling through, you are breaking through, you're at breakthrough of this. But there is back and forth in terms of possibly being too much in your head. And that's the cycle that you're closing out. You're stressed and you're overthinking. Some of you are not sleeping at night, and maybe there's a bit of anxiety or a bit of depression, but I think this is more forward thinking. And I think you know that for a new cycle, there's a certain way or certain thing that you need to do, and you're overthinking it. You're kind of like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to go forward with this? You're in your head and it's like, I have to do this, but my mind is telling me this, or my old beliefs are telling me this, or there's an attachment to society of what they want around you. And you're actually being forced to pull out of that energy and trust this new cycle that's coming in for you, which is going to help you be better aligned. The Nine of Pentacles, she's really looking after herself physically, but I think there's an element here for you to also connect to your heart. Look at that. This tells me that some of you have had possible wishful thinking, but some of it has not been, like if it comes to you, you'll be like, oh, I don't know what path to choose. I don't know what to choose. I don't know what to do next. You're not decisive on something. And some of these this wish fulfillment, I don't think you've truly thought about it and thought about what you truly want. So now that it's turning up in front of you, you kind of like, I don't know, do you know when the genie comes out and it's like, you can have 3 wishes, you really think about it. But if the genie comes out and says you can have so many wishes, you can be like, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. You get them all and you're like, did I really want that? Did I really want that? Did I really want that? You know what it means? Similar, that's what this is giving me. But you need to get in contact with your heart. Look at this. Yes. There's fear, there's anxiety, you need to move forward. You need to make the choice to move forward in this new cycle. And with so many things around you that you believe you needed and wanted, you're not able to make that choice. And you're not also, some of you are able to get out of your head about something, or some of you to make the decision to move forward. It's about your old belief systems. And you're kind of wanting to be yourself. You're kind of wanting to step up the game, and you need to not worry about, look at, I mean, the 9 of Pentacles and the Strength card. Don't worry what people think. Don't worry about your old beliefs, you know, whatever way you was brought up. There's a breakthrough here happening for you. And the Wheel of Fortune. Be you. What is it that you're trying to be you, but you're not sure if you can, because maybe, you know, from family dynamics or belief systems, you have to do something a certain way. And this is what's causing this, all right? Where you're trying to move forward, but you really can't move forward because you need to be you, not allow people to stop you from being you. The Emperor, some of you could have an Aries around you, or this could be to do with a boss figure, a father figure, something of a leader, someone who, a divine masculine energy in your life, or it's just you've got Aries placements. But I feel like this could be have significance to what we're saying. The Emperor is also around our belief system, and can be quite stubborn, and I think that's what you're actually being, is a bit stubborn. I think you need to get out of your head and the logic of society and what you've been told and get into your heart. 9 of Cups, very connected to his or her emotional well-being, okay, and is fulfilled. With the 9 of Pentacles, this is really how you truly glow. This is the most authentic. These are showing me the most authentic version of yourself that you can be. And this is what you want to be, but there's something holding you back. Some of you are just in your head so much and you're like, I want to do this, but I can't move forward. Some of you, it's about, it's also about connections. So I want to move forward and I want to have better emotional connections, but you keep going to the past and the past beliefs and replaying what the past was, and so many things are in your head. Or like, what will others think? What will others believe? Or my society, my community will not agree with this. And you need to connect to your heart. Trust, better connections are coming in if it's about connections. And trust you being guided to be you. Old ways of being are keeping you in this space, okay? And you need to move. You're in this space of I can't move, basically. And your heart needs attention. You need to listen to your heart. And the Hierophant here, confirming the system of beliefs. Something you feel like society, the framework that you're in, your belief system, okay, is kind of governing you as opposed to moving forward. People use the word like brainwashed. I don't like that. It's quite heavy because it could just be about the way society is. For example, you need to be married by X amount of time. I don't necessarily believe this is your energy. I'm giving you an example so that I'm staying away and keeping it very general. Is that you need to be married, contract by a certain amount of time, and now you're frozen. You're like, okay, but I don't have that person in my life. What do I do? People are seeing me like a loser. People are, I don't know what it is. Okay, there's something of your old belief system holding you back from going forward. Libra, it's definitely around emotional connections and moving forward, trusting new connections and not moving back into the past where you're wanting more connections to come in that are better, but you tap into heartbreak. And that could be for any of the signs. It's about your mental energy, being more in touch with your mental energy than your heart, and then being in sort of fight in fawn energy, all right, in freeze and fawn energy of like moving forward, connecting to your soul and heart of what you need to do to open this new cycle. Where was you before this experience happened? Where was you before, you know, you were told to be a certain way? Where was you before you experienced certain things in life that made you now fear stepping out and taking a decision or moving out of your head to be who you truly want to be, or take that action or decision without thinking people are going to judge you, without thinking of the past that you were hurt, stuff like that, if that's making sense. The World card also, you know, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. The World card is telling you major accomplishment has completed here. There's a journey, there's a cycle that's closed, and you have completed something in this era of your life. And it also says that it's time to move forward, okay? There's an expansion of a new energy coming in, and that new energy is really good because you're focused on your glow, you're focused on putting the energy into you, and you need to focus on your heart. As I say that, the Queen of Cups, all right? You need to get in touch with your heart. And I was going to say, I thought I saw the Knight of Cups. I did get the Knight of Cups where, you know, you need to connect to your heart so that you get moving forward, you know, and you move in the direction where you want to go. Where is your soul guiding you? You know, follow where your heart is guiding you. You know what these niggles are. What's for you, though, will not pass you by. The only thing is that if you're staying in this energy, you're wasting your energy, and it's also probably depleting you, and it's wasting not only your time, but when we're sat in that energy, it tends to paralyze us and make us think more. It doesn't ease it. When you take that decision to do whatever you wanted to, or to just at least tap into your heart, look at that, called to look at the bottom of the deck, heartbreak, something that, you know, whatever's conditioned you, whatever stopped you from connecting to your heart, you need to connect to your heart again, because that's where your heart and your soul is guiding you to move forward. Otherwise, you will just get tired of being in your head so much, air signs. You know, I think that's the main theme for you, to be honest with you. And I'm going to pull you, I'm pulled to this deck, so let's pull you some cards from here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And you can see as soon as you do, you've got the Ace of Swords, you've got the breakthrough, clarity, communication. You've got your Nine of Cups, your Queen of Cups. So some of you, there's abundance coming in for you. You've got the Nine of Pentacles. We've got the Sun and the Moon, okay? I think the solar eclipse might have given you some kind of insight, or, you know, there's something that would have connected during that time for you through the solar full moon eclipse, all right? The Sun and the Moon there. Something that you were not seeing that is clear for you now. But what I noticed is what was written. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. It's exactly what I was saying in terms of the cards. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. It's so beautiful. And then we've got the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. I mean, this was the main message of your theme. The moment I realign with love, which is your heart, right? Clear direction is presented to me. That's beautiful, air signs. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. Let's pull you a spirit animal card. Or it's just called Split the Deck, and we got the beautiful peacock. Vibrancy. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. Be true to yourself. Recognize your brilliance. With the peacock, what's interesting about it, it's beautiful, right? Sometimes it can be quite egotistic, and when we're in our mind, sometimes we don't realize that we're being a bit ego driven. And so I think, you know, there is definitely a need to connect to your heart, but also regain your vibrancy by connecting to your heart and not only being in your mind, so that you practice, here it says humility, okay, to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. Be true to yourself, connect to your heart as well. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed your reading. That was beautiful. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like and subscribe. Please do comment and share it with someone else that might have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements that need to hear this message. Bye for now, or stay tuned for the next elemental message. Hey there, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. So we'll just shuffle the card from the last elemental healing theme. If you've not checked the Astro Weekly, do check that out. And also check the other elemental readings, because they are more likely to then resonate with you at a particular time in your life. But also, you get to see which placements are more dominant for you, the theme of that this week, all right, or over the next 10 days. I hope you're all doing well. If you are a returning viewer, please do subscribe. You get notified of all content, and then there's also bonus readings for the signs that have the most views. And if you're a subscriber, I'd love to know your top placements so that we can focus on yourselves. Trying to really shuffle so that we can't Right, I think we're done. Okay. Why am I being called to look at the bottom of the deck? The Temperance. Sagittarius, you're coming through. Sag. Okay, Temperance. And Judgment, I'm getting called to. Being patient about something, okay? And I think there's a cycle closing out for you. I was also called to look, or I noticed the other card, but I'm pulling it out this way so that I don't see the next one. Empress. Taurus, Libra energy. But with this, there's also, we are in Taurus season, so there's going to be a significance here. Yeah, Sag, you're coming through, aren't you? All of you, you know, there's a nurturing divine feminine energy here, and I think there's a karmic closing of where you've maybe been in your masculine energy quite a bit, and you've had to temper that, and slowly out of things in life, you've had to make a better judgment call where you've had to temper that energy and dive more into a more grounded, glowing feminine energy, which you are taking up. This is for Aries, Leo, Sag. If you're a male, it's also in terms of your divine feminine and masculine. So it's not only, you know, it might be that you've been very much on the go in the masculine, and it's now about connecting to what your soul and your heart is telling you and being more in that divine feminine energy of trusting. I'm not sure why I'm getting this. There's a closing out of a karmic cycle, and this could be around being so in the masculine energy. We're going to get more cards, all right? But this beautiful energy here is a lovely energy, all right? Okay, so let's see. Aries, you're a bit quieter than, so Sag, I'm feeling a bit Leo, but Aries, you're a bit quieter than normal. Let's see what we get. I also feel you're a bit more grounded. Those of you, you're having better judgment on your situation. And funny, I say that. I was going to say you're a bit more grounded. I think this Seven of Wands is actually telling me that, is confirming what I was going to say. You're a bit more grounded in terms of where you felt like I said, you need to be on the go, you need to be competing, you need to be action. But also those of you that felt like, I need to control the outcome of my situation, all right? Things are not moving forward, or they are moving forward, or there's competition around me. I need to just keep going. And you're out of touch of that feminine energy, all right? And that is what's coming into balance. There's another message before I pulled this out that I was channeling that I really wanted to say. It was around what I just said, but then this has thrown me off guard. But you're no longer giving energy to things that don't need your energy and your drive, where you've given so much energy and you felt like, I keep giving energy to this and it's just not going anywhere. And that's where your balance is coming in. You're having better judgment around this, okay? You're having very much a better judgment, okay, around the competition that surrounds you, but resilience is there and you will have a breakthrough. That's more of the tarot reading of it. Let's get you more messages. I do feel for some of you, Knight of Cups, connecting to your heart, all right? Being in that divine feminine, Devil, releasing the attachment of thinking this is what you need to be in. You're having the discernment and the judgment that is not no longer needed. You know, that's not serving me, gonna serve me in this new direction of this energy that I need to balance out and be more in, okay? And releasing the attachment to outcome. Releasing also, I feel like this is releasing where you've, you know, been very action, but also I think there's a release here of, with the Judgment card, any past situations or beliefs that you've had around something. Let's pull more cards on this. Around heartbreak, around people that have really, you know, maybe hurt you, and that has kept you chained, all right? And that's kept you in sort of a cycle of maybe continuing to look back at whatever heartbreak and grief you've had. And it doesn't have to be around love, okay? It can be love and other stuff in life. We always have grief, upset, heartbreak. That's kind of kept you chained to a certain thought or belief system, all right? And I think you're releasing that, okay? You're releasing that and you're tempering, you're coming into the Empress. The King of Swords tells me that you are not only connecting to your divine feminine, but you're using your discernment and being a great logic counsel with the Judgment to yourself on the direction, but the way you need to go. I also feel with this that the Empress here as well, there's the divine masculine energy of really leadership. So if you saw, we started with the Emperor and Empress, right? We started with the Empress and the Temperance and the Knight and the Judgment card, balancing the divine feminine. And you're moving away from being so in your Emperor masculine energy, where you're always in your logic head and you need to use your heart. This is also telling me as things start to turn up and you're trying to break free of the devil energy and Three of Swords, your logic mind and possibly a little bit of stubbornness is a bit closed off to welcoming that in. But the Judgment card is also coming in with the Temperance and Empress and recalling you back to trust. Be open, be in your feminine energy and trust this. With the Emperor and Empress turning up and the Knight of Cups, in traditional Tower, this could mean love is coming in for you, okay? There's somebody who's coming in love or connection that's coming in that's going to also help guide you and lead you to a further direction in life, okay? So whether it's a feminine or a masculine, that's going to help you not only balance, but also be of a great connection to you. All right, it's going to be discerning but loving. So if you're very in your head and discerning, this person is going to be very loving, healing, grounded for you and keeping you in that better judgment of balancing the side of you that was not balanced. If you're in your heart too much, then somebody's going to come through who's going to be protective of you and also help you break free of maybe where you've not had boundaries. You've been so in your feminine, you've not had boundaries that, you know, they're going to come and help put some boundaries up for you. Basically, you're getting better judgment in terms of this. I feel like some of you, Nine of Wands, it is around past experiences. It's around where you felt a bit wounded from your past experiences. I won't be surprised if this is to do with family as well, but community with the Judgment and with what I was saying and the community and the Nine of Wands and the people that, the person that's probably coming in for you. I think it could be even friends. It could be a new tribe. It could be a network, okay? And you know that this is coming in for you. But I feel like you're a bit scared to let this new network, team, if you're moving departments, new friends, tribe that are better aligned with you. The karmic cycle of your past is being released and you know these people are coming in. And I think you know these people are coming in because you're at a different space in your life or trying to get a different space. So you know in order to achieve what you want to achieve or what you're wanting, these people are coming in. But there's a fear here. You're very guarded. You're very guarded to let them in. And I can understand that because there's maybe a fear of letting the people in, working with the other people, letting people in, letting new love in, wearing your heart on your sleeve again. There's a fear around that and something is in front of you kind of like making you feel this. I'm frightened to let the person in. I'm frightened to now have this job to work with people. I'm frightened to wear a heart on my sleeve. It's like the bad negative energy is going to come back based on your past experience. But look at this, Judgment and Justice card and the Devil energy is telling me this karmic cycle is ending. It was a cycle. You was going through people that was a cycle, obviously for them to learn, but for you to also learn. And this is ending. Justice and Judgment card is karmic cycle that's ending. All right. I won't be surprised if the Wheel of Fortune comes out or the World card. So that's beautiful. You need to know that you can open your heart and let people in. Some of you, it's really about past experiences and people that maybe have betrayed you. Queen of Swords, okay? People that have betrayed. Maybe some of you, it might be people that have portrayed you in a certain way that has actually hurt you. But I was also meant to say betrayed. But I think portrayed is the right thing with the Queen of Swords as well. I don't know why I'm seeing her like a painter. And this could have been around the feminine energy. Or an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You've also got Capricorn, Taurus, Libra again. I feel like some of you are like, I've put myself out there, I've tried to date, I've worn my heart on my sleeve, and I've even tried to ask my closest of family or people for help when I've needed help. It's just not worked. And I think that's where the apprehension is now. With the new coming in, you're kind of like, I've worked through my healing of the Empress and Temperance and the Judgment, but now I'm like slipping back into, can I trust? Because I've been, look at him, he's very guarded. I've been wounded. And you know that to move forward, you need to trust and open again, because you can't stay the way you are. King of Cups. Nurturing, loving energy is coming in for you. Whether it's network, whether it's your team, there is love here as well. I feel like part of you is excited and knows it's coming in, like I said. A part of you are really anxious because you're looking upon the past and how people have hurt you. But the new people brought to you is by spirit. And you're in this kind of split energy. The right people are coming in for you. I know you've been hurt, and it could be even from family members, people close to you, people that would have made you feel more stable and should have been able to help you so that, you know, you feel stable and not in fear within your life. These people are also going to help you balance your abundance and movement forward. When I say family, it could also mean family, that people that you considered family, Six of Cups. Nostalgic energy of the past. It also could be soulmate, family, okay? Your soul tribe. It could be a love that you thought was, this was my soulmate. Something happened. I don't know why for some of you I got like someone actually passed away. Or, you know, you felt like this person passed away because they were your soulmate or your family, and you've had to release that hurt, or you need to, but it's all over. And I think it's definitely released or releasing during the full moon eclipse, just happening. And like I said, with the Judgment and Justice, there were lessons that each one needed to take, or you especially needed to learn, you know. I think you've tried to be vulnerable and it's not worked. And some of you are reminiscing upon, with the Six of Cups, upon the past and the bad things that have happened. And so when people are coming in, new people, new experiences are coming in, love is coming in, network is coming in, you're having maybe a bit of nostalgic and flashback energy. Where's the Three of Swords? Yet you've done the healing with the Temperance card. You've done the healing and you know you're ready to welcome this. Walk through the door and you don't need to experience the past energy. Let it go. Drop the emotional baggage. The apprehension you might feel for whatever didn't work. The history is not going to repeat itself. And sometimes we might get little niggles of stuff like that from people. We just need to use our discernment. But it's not going to be the same as the past. And the history will only remain in your energy if you keep holding on to it, and you need to let that go. And the full moon lunar eclipse is helping you. And be excited for your future. You are, but don't try to let go of this fear, this holding you back, the apprehension, where you know you want to go forward and you need it for your, maybe your success, for love, for whatever it is. And it can be simple as, I am open to new connection. I show up as me before the pain and before my past experiences. Lover's card. Let's get you a card. Sagittarius, your energy is very heavy in this. Although Aries and Leo is as well. I don't know if Aries is just so frightened in the corner, being quiet, listening. Sagittarius coming through. Look at this. It's got the moon as well, the moon cycles. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. One more. I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. Oh my God, that's amazing. This was going to be your last card. It is your last card, and I love it for you. I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. That's beautiful. Aries, Leo, Sag. I hope you enjoyed your inner guidance, healing themes, spiritual mentorship reading. And if you did, please do like, subscribe, and I will see you in your next reading. If you're continuing on to the other elements, I will see you in that. And if not, and you're leaving us here, then have a lovely day. Take care. Hey there, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I hope you're well. I just need a sip of water. If you've not seen the Astro Weekly, please join that part. And do check your other elements of these themes, especially if this one doesn't resonate for you right now, and also revisit it because it might just do so. And having said that, let's get into reading. What do we have for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, please, Spirit guides? If you're a returning viewer, I'd love for you to subscribe, like, and support the channel. If you are a subscriber, please do let me know your top placements. And should this resonate, comment, let me know, like. Five of Pentacles, Death, Two of Cups, now with the Death card, it's not surprising with the solar eclipse, okay? There's a lot of purging that's happening, and it's also Scorpio energy. So you might have Scorpio placements, but I feel like this is telling us, as well as that during this time, you may find you're having insights into why something should end or something ended. Something that kept you from your abundant energy, something that kept you lonely and isolated, something that kept you disconnected. With the Two of Cups, I wonder if this is about people that were just taking from you. Let's get more Strength card. What has ended is needed some strength, but I really feel that some of you know it needs to. I really think this is around people. I think this is around people. Six of Pentacles, yeah. People that have not been given to you. You've been given to their energy. So you've been like always the giver, and now you're tired. That's coming to an end. And I think that's the epiphany you're going to have during the solar eclipse, or it's going to be very heightened. People, the workplace, the environment, the relationship, whatever it is, you're giving, giving, giving. It could be a job that you're working, let's say you put in the extra work and everyone goes home, but you're putting in the extra work. No one's even noticing or recognizing that. A job that then calls you when you're sick because you burnt yourself out and asks you for something that they could have asked someone else, or even that they're not even respecting that you're sick, and others are just getting away with doing the bare minimum. People around you that you've just been given, 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 and now you're like, I am not doing this no more. I need something that balances out what I'm giving back to me. And this has taken a lot of strength for it to end, but it's ending. Some of you, it's around the love and a partnership, where now you're like, I am not giving unless someone I'm not giving unless someone's also giving. And there's a balance. But I also feel like there's some people that you see your worth. Some people are still trying to take from you. Whether it's a love connection, whether it's a work connection, whatever it is. You're tired, you know. Basically, you feel like you've been taken advantage of. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You know your worth. She's absolutely balanced in knowing her worth. She's abundant in every sense in life, in money, in love, in family, in stability. You know your worth. And you are realizing your worth now much more, where you're becoming with the Strength card and the Magician. You know your resources. You're like, I'm not doing this no more. I have everything I need for what I want to do, for what I want to manifest, for going forward. I am not giving any more to this. And you know what I feel? These people know your value as well. And they've been in your life. Even some people that have been going through possible hardships, you're there boosting them up, giving them vitality, you know, giving them energy, and nothing is coming back to you. And you're seeing your value now, and you're fed up. You're fed up with these people having to give to them. And you realize that mentally, emotionally, and physically, it's not been good for you. With the Magician card, I feel like you've had a great epiphany around this. You might have realized it a little bit in the past, like there might have been niggles, but you've not truly seen it. And I feel with that, some people may be trying to manipulate, make you feel bad. You know, when you're like, I'm not staying past 6, sorry, not today. This partnership, you'll be like, sorry, it's not working. I've been giving, giving, giving. It's not working anymore. I feel like people are going to try and manipulate, tell you you're selfish, you're bad, whatever it is. You know, I don't like the word bad because it doesn't really describe anything, but you understand what I'm saying. And people are trying to break down that boundary. Although they've seen your work, they're going to try and break that down, that boundary through kind of making you feel bad or selfish. But you see clearly your potential. You see clearly what needs to go, what needs to happen. and your worth. And you know what? You're like, I'm not doing it no more. I'm protecting me now. I've done it for so long. And the Magician is Three of Swords. They can't pull the wool over your eyes no more. I think it's been hurting you for quite some time, and now you're like, I'm done. It's really tiring, mentally, emotionally, physically. You're like, I can't. Maybe in the past you've lacked self-confidence. Maybe it's due to past hurt and experience. Maybe it's due to being alone. So this person provided you stability, the job, the place. You didn't have people around you. Past experiences. I'm also getting like some of you could have been maybe because you were adopted or you didn't have your family around you. So people that were around you provided you stability, but not necessarily the family home or trauma. Maybe that's what kept you, the fear of being alone, basically, or lack of confidence. Some of you may be feeling a bit of heartbreak or grief around this, that you've wasted so much time around these people, and also just the epiphany that no matter what you did, they didn't give back or balance, and they're still trying to get into your boundaries, and you think they don't see your worth, but they do see your worth, but they just want what they can get. They do see your worth. And you're more powerful than what you think. You walking away has taken you a lot of power, but you're more powerful than you think. You're being protective of you, your own energy, Queen of Cups, your own emotional well-being. No more giving. Sometimes she gives so much that she's burnt out. You're balancing that out. Abundance is coming in for you as soon as you balance this out. There's a breakthrough of, usually the Ace of Pentacles is wealth, but I think it's around stability as well. I think you are going to get the breakthrough around your stability. You know, with the Queen of Pentacles, you're going to be balanced, you know. There's a balancing of your health with the Ace of Pentacles. There's a breakthrough. There's a beginning of attracting the new with the Magician and the Ace of Pentacles. The Sun card. I mean, look how it, as we've moved from talking about that, look at this. That's where I say you're more powerful than you think. It's beautiful. If some of you feel like you wasted time and that's been hurting you, don't regret it, because everything we learn in life is to help us along the next chapter and is to attract better in our life. Let it go. Now you've released, now you've realized it, the Death card. Let it go. You're more powerful than you are. They know you're powerful, but I also think they're not. I think some of them are still going to try and get into your boundary because they don't believe. They see how powerful and valuable you are, but I still believe there's more power coming from you. There's more. You're even going to shock yourself. I'm getting that. You're feeling powerful. You see your value now, but I think you're going to see how abundant and valuable you truly are, even more than what you are recognizing. Even more than even though they see your value and worth. But they're trying to get into your boundaries, making you feel bad, so that by doing that, they feel they can get in, you know, when they make you think your value is lower. That's what you're completing. The betrayal, the hurt, the overburdened. There's a completion. But don't regret what you've done. Ace of Cups. Ace of Pentacles, the Magician and the Sun. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I'm loving this for you. Very powerful, I'm in awe how beautiful this reading is. It's just healing. We've moved away from Five of Pentacles, death, Three of Swords, Ten of Swords, the overgiving, no balance. Balance is coming in. You're not just giving, you're also taking. The strength that's taken for you to walk away. I think that sums up. I think that sums it up for you. Let's pull you a couple of cards. That's your inner guidance and healing this week, Earth signs. Why am I'm like, do you know when you get excited and you got that you've had a breakthrough or you're going to travel on holiday? That's how I'm feeling for your reading. It's amazing. Like, I'm just so excited. You can probably feel the hype. I also feel emotionally happy. I don't know who's maybe had a very hard time, but I feel connected and so emotionally happy for you. It's beautiful. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I'll always be guided back to the light. Can you see it? There we go. When I lean on faith of the universe, peace becomes real. There's 2 owls there, so I'm going to give you that as your totem animal. 6 + 2 is 8. 8 is going to be very important for you, Earth signs. 15:20, it was on my clock of the recording. 8, major transformation, moving away, knowing it no longer serves you, but never looking back. So you could get 8 as an important message for you. An owl as your totem. In any moment I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation and stillness. I really think the moon is going to be bringing in something for you. And I think it's around this. Around what we've just been saying. Really the epiphany around what we've just been saying. So Earth signs, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you're staying on for the next element, please do. If you've not checked the astrology and you've just skipped to the elemental healing themes, then please do check the astrology so you know what themes there are. And I would just also play in the background, continue to play for the rest of the elemental themes. You'll get a precise, but also you'll be able to get guidance and spiritual healing for other areas in your life. Do revisit these readings because they are timeless, you know. Other than that, if you're leaving us here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, any placements, I will see you in your next readings, and have a lovely day wherever you are. Bye. Hey there, water signs. I hope you're well. If you've seen the weekly astrology, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give this reading, the whole video, a like, a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, I welcome you to subscribe. If you are a subscriber, let me know your top placements. If you resonate with this reading, please do like and subscribe. Check your other elemental and also revisit it because it might make sense in the future. There's inner spiritual guidance and healing and the way to overcome and navigate through energies and themes. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, what do we have for you? Firstly, I was called to pull the second to last card, which was the 3 of Cups. So this is about connection, all right? It's about the people around you. It's about possibly networking, new people coming in for you. King of Wands, Justice. So this is to do with justice balancing out for you in an area of your life to do with connections. You are, okay. More cards, please do it. Chariot. I think you've had a King of Wands, whether you're feminine or masculine, that's come into your life, all right? This person has swept you off your feet, even if it's a connection or it's, you know, a friend or whatever it is. The person's really swept you off your feet, very adventurous, very, you know, they use their mind, they use their heart, they're very passionate, they're good looking, and I think they've kind of swept you off your feet. I feel now you're kind of seeing that this is not probably the right person for you. Maybe there's been a rife or a disagreement of communication, and you've had an inkling of their true colors without their mask. Justice. The Chariot tells me, Cancer, this is your energy here. The Chariot is telling me that you are protected, but you probably need to move in a different direction. Some of you could be moving, and some of you could be buying a new car as additional messages here. Let's pull more messages for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. More messages, please guide me, Spirit. Yeah, definitely to do with a connection. Death. Because I was going to actually say, maybe with Justice and Chariot and the Two of Cups, you are now attracting someone new. There is, you know, there is this epiphany that's come in quite fast about the reality of this person, connection, whoever it is. Two of Cups, it could be a lover, it could be a person, you know. Knight of Swords. And the Death card is Scorpio. So we've got Cancer and Scorpio heavy in this energy. You're in your head about it, because I think you've been given the clarity, and it's very different to what you originally saw, and you're kind of like holding on to this connection. But you're holding on to the past narrative of what you initially thought it is, and it's moved from there. There's true colors that have been shown to you, and it's kind of like you don't want to see it because you believed in what you'd seen. But it's telling me it needs to fall away from your energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords, Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords, Queen of Swords, a lot in your head. And you need to also not only use your discernment, Three of Wands, looking upon the horizon. Do you know what? I really feel you need to use your gut, and you need to listen to your intuition and stop fighting this and actually cut away the person that needs to go. You're looking upon the horizon. With the Eight of Swords, you probably also don't want to see it, and you have your back to it. The Queen of Cups tells me that you are emotionally connected to this person or connection. The King of Swords is here. Use your discernment, it's really important, and lose your logic. Page of Wands. The person is from a king to the page of wands, whether it's masculine or feminine. You are seeing them now as a page of wands, but you don't want to see that. But that's their true colors. And it's hurting. It will hurt you if you keep this person in your energy. This person may have even betrayed you, you know, there might have been some lies or deceits, or something came to light, and you know, this is what you don't want to face, the completion of what you need to let go of with this and the death card around this person. And this person could be love, but it could also be around your friend, a connection. I'm also getting it could be that it's a specific connection, a connection of the past even lingering in your energy, or the past of the person that, you know, you're a bit back and forth in terms of them coming in. Maybe they've sometimes been present in your life over years. Sometimes you guys have been abroad from each other or away from each other, and there's a back and forth that connects you, and you need to get rid of that energy. You will know who this person is. Choosing yourself is really important during this time. Look, as I say that, the Nine of Pentacles, the person, the divine feminine or masculine of this energy chooses themselves, choosing their physical and mental well-being. And I think you need to take time out, choose yourself, move away, move this person away from your energy, end it totally. If you can't, move it away from your energy, and the perspective and clarity will come through to you. Look at that, as I say that, the Ace of Swords, the breakthrough is going to come through to you, and you will have the clarity. Where you've also been keeping yourself stuck, where you've been wanting to move forward, but you've been keeping yourself stuck in this energy, in this, whether it could be a home, whatever it is, you've been keeping yourself stuck, and it's a kind of a lack of mindset. And I think you think that this person, this connection, this past energy that's in your space is your person, some of you, or the right connection, and it's not. And you're holding on to it. But by releasing the energy, taking back, taking back your energy a little bit, focus on you, that breakthrough clarity is going to come through to you. And the clarity is going to be is you don't need this person in your life, because actually the person's been making you feel that you need to hold on to everything around you tightly, because you actually feel a fear or a lack of stability by letting this person go, or connection, or whatever it is. It could even be someone, like I said, of the past that comes back and forth, but you will see that it's not in your best interest or your highest good. Eight of Wands, breakthrough. The problem is you cannot fathom, you know, I feel like you see it, but you also don't want to see it, which is causing maybe a bit of confusion, but that breakthrough is here. You might be holding on to, chasing, trying to keep it. But if it's to do with love, this is not your person. You know how you need to be loved, and it's not going to be the person that knows how you need to be loved, cared for, how you need to be loved as well. They're meeting you at a distorted place. Look at that. They're meeting you not clear. They're defended. There's a guard up there. And that guard is also making you tap into some wounded energy that you have, which might be around letting the person go and not trusting in yourself. And this could be from their own inner wounds, you know, or a mask they've put up. But that's not for you to get into. King of Cups. You need to get back all your emotional well-being. Sit in this King of Cups and know that's what you're worth. You're not worth a page of wands or a page of cups. You're worth so much more than this. If you're the King of Cups, you would not go for a page, whether you're masculine or feminine. Two of Wands. Clarity on the Two of Wands, please, Spirit. Was this person of convenience or was it of a void, you know? And now you need to realize that it was because of a void, because it was due to convenience. And you're stuck on this person, this connection that you need to move away from. Don't run away from your higher path. Look, the moon. Solar eclipse as well is probably going to bring in some energy to try and move this. Help you move as well from this, what you're trying to work on that's just not working. And I believe the clarity is coming through at the solar lunar eclipse stage. Queen of Pentacles. Where you don't fight it anymore. You need to stop fighting it. The Queen of Pentacles, you are abundant enough in all aspects of your life as yourself without needing to fight for something that's draining you, that is not your person, that is not the right connection for you, that doesn't need to be in your life, so that you can step into this energy. And this could mean that a new counterpart then can step in. Counterpart connection that is aligned with you, that is more your person, that is emotionally there, fully, not distorted from a distorted, masked place, an image. Whatever reason, maybe it wasn't manipulative, whatever reason it is, it's just not your fit. And like I said, it could be a past energy that you're allowing back and forth into your space. It could be a past connection that's causing you to feel this way. It could be someone around you that you feel is your person. But the King and Queen of Cups tells me that the new will come in. It's just being a bit slow. But for it to come in, you need to move this. It's going to be slow if you're not moving from this energy. If you're not moving out of the garden and the gate. Number 3 is also connection. It's community. It's the people around you. Angel of strength. 5 is change that's needed. Did we get the strength card or was it in the earth sign reading? I think it was in the earth sign reading, wasn't it? Yeah, but we got the justice card. Let's get more messages for all Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Why did I suddenly turn serious? Maybe because it's a serious topic. It can be quite hurtful. But the reason I asked why did I turn serious is because I feel like there's something so much better for you. Especially when we saw the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. I love the cards that jumped out. Owl is going to be a very important totem for you. You know, I think there's like 54, 60 cards in here. You've got 3 cards that I've pulled out. 2 of them have got owls on them. And also the moon. I told you the moon's going to be important for you. The universe has my back. And the universe is pushing you to end what you know is not for you. The thing is, it's like you're doubting yourself, like you kind of like, it's not like, I see this 100%, it's not my person. No, you're also distorted because you see it from the past or the way you've wanted to see it and you don't want to gain clarity. And that's why I say take time out for you. The universe has your back. I do whatever it takes to come to consciousness, to get closer to consciousness. Remember, I said, take time out, gain clarity, be with yourself. And there you go. You're affirming to me that you're going to do that. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. Again, clarity for you. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, I think this was beautiful, like how it wrapped up in terms of, you know, the universe has your back. Look out for spirit animal totem of the owl. That's going to be your sign of this reading. Number 3 and 8 could be significant for you. Did I say about, I can't even remember, I've done so many readings. Did I say about 15, 20 on the recording? I think it was earth signs who had also 8. So 8 and number 3 could be significant. I don't know why I'm getting some of you your birth date or number 3 is significant. Even the 3rd of the month, the person's the 3rd, something 3. 8 is the change you need to make. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, if you liked this reading and it helped, please do like, subscribe, support the channel, share it with anyone that needs to hear this message to help them get the epiphany, the light bulb. And also do check your other elemental themes of this and check your other readings, general, that are your general tarot as opposed to healing and energy themes of the week. Check the astrology if you feel called to. It's always good to know about it. And I will see you in your next messages. Have a lovely day.